What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about 5 things you can do to reduce your screen time on your phone.
Oh,
So nowadays it's a huge problem in terms of productivity and your overall well-being, just your mental, your social, your physical. These social media platforms and news outlets spend millions of dollars. They have social psychologists. They have all these tools and means to keep you on their app or their source as long as possible. Why do you think social media is free? Social media is free because they know 98% of people aren't going to use social media for its purpose, which is, for advertisements to, sell your service. They know people are going to mindlessly scroll. Why do you think they pay people to post on Instagram? Why do you think they pay people to use TikTok and YouTube? It's all a part. It's business. It's business as usual. And, it's not their fault that we aren't using them and we can't. But at the same time, they do use our primal and biological instincts to their advantage. They know how we're wired. Again, they have social psychologists that they fund millions of dollars, a year into playing with algorithms, making the apps more addictive as possible. When they put that like button on Facebook for the first time, that was the biggest shift in social media history as far as social psychology is concerned, because that like button stimulated a primal need for acceptance that we have inherited from our ancestors. So they know that people are going to keep coming back to that app. It's like a slot machine. Like, you never know when you're going to hit. So you keep going, you keep playing. That addiction. It's leaning on your neurological process that is going to make you want to come back. Maybe you got 20 likes. Maybe you got 100 likes. Maybe somebody tweeted at you. Maybe somebody didn't. It keeps you wanting more. So now I'm going to give you 5 things you can do to reduce your screen time. Number 1, turn off all notifications. This is something that I suggest everybody does, because as soon as that phone goes off, your attention's gone. And it takes if you're focused on something, it takes about 17 to 21 minutes to refocus fully back on what you're doing. So if you have a project and you take a look at your phone, or even that little tune, it just takes you out of that deep work, that flow state. So that's going to be number 1. Number 2, turn on grayscale. So I want you guys to run this test today. Go to accessibility in your phone, go to display, go down to color filters, and then turn on grayscale. That is going to make the colors of your phone, all that contrast, all those bright colors that are so addicting to your brain and your eyes, that is going to make your phone less desirable to use. And watch this. Turn your phone on grayscale. Leave it on there for a couple hours. Maybe when you're sitting in your room at night, turn it back on and just look at how radiant that light is in your face. And you can see why it would be so addictive to use. Animal Pack. I gotta get this pre-workout in. Code BREAK10. Animalpack.com. 10% off. So what? Anyways, number 3. You want to mute pretty much everybody that serves you no purpose. So again, families can get torn by social media, whether it be a political debate, a comment that was, taken out of context, or maybe an unfollow, a block. Like, this phone can really ruin, and has proven to ruin outside real life relationships. So maybe you don't want to unfollow somebody, but you don't necessarily want to see their stuff. Most applications have a mute feature. So on Instagram, I mute most people. I don't see people's stories or posts unless they tag me in them, or unless it's like a valuable page, or, maybe a very close friend or family member. Family gets muted too. I really don't care. And friends. But, anybody that might make you jealous, we got to put the ego aside. You can sit here and say in my face and say that you don't get jealous, you're this or that, you're so emotionally and mentally strong. At the end of the day, when you go home and you sit there with yourself, you have to tell yourself the truth. And you have to Recollect on how you feel as a person. So if somebody's making you feel jealous and envious, mute them. I don't care if it's your favorite YouTuber, your favorite influencer, mute them. Go check out their page, set a time in your Google Calendar and take time to go check that page if that's what you need to do. 4, delete all your apps. The more friction you put in between you and the bad habit that you're trying to break, the more likely you are to not do that. So right now I'm at the gym. If I would have decided to leave my phone home, Weezy, I would never be able to go on there and be distracted. If you're working, turn your phone on airplane mode. Notifications should be off. These apps, delete them. If they are deleted, it makes it that much harder. That means you have to go re-download that to use that. It's going to make you less likely to want to use it. So please, the more friction you put between you and the bad habit, the less likely you are to proceed with that bad habit. And the 5th and final tip is schedule the time. If you schedule time, it makes that desirable use for the phone that much better, because now you've earned it. Instead of the instant gratification and instant dopamine spike that your brain gets, that you can just go on social media and if you're a notable person or you're a good-looking girl, that validation's always going to be there, and you know that, and that's why you're so addicted to it. It's like, you're opening your phone to compliments. Who doesn't like that? But that's why when you get that one comment that really hurts you, it'll ruin your whole life. I'm not even gonna say day. People will ruin their whole life. Schedule the time in your Google Calendar so you could treat it as a reward. It's like when you're told, have your dinner before your dessert. When you get your work done, then you can use your phone. So say, for instance, you do your meditation, you brush your teeth, everything in the morning. Don't use your phone for the first hour or 2 of the day. That's standard. No media, no news outlets, please. I'm just throwing that in there. But let's say you do deep work for 90 minutes, 15-minute break, gather your thoughts, another 90 minutes. Then you get to check your phone for 15 minutes. Or at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. That's when you check social media. You do your posts. Schedule it in your daily task manager. I cannot stress this enough. Try one of these things. You don't have to, this is the thing, right? Somebody's going to watch this and they're going to want to jump right into it and try to do all 5 things, but that's going to be overwhelming. That's the same thing that happens with people in their nutrition and fitness journey. They try to do a complete 180 with their lifestyle, and it's not sustainable because your mind isn't ready for that, your body isn't adapted to that, and your lifestyle needs to become accustomed to that, and the people around you aren't going to be on that same time frame. So all these factors are just going to make this thing nearly impossible. So I might also add, if you are struggling with fitness, please reach out to me on Instagram, Robbie_elite. Robbie Burke Fitness, RobbieBurkFitness@gmail.com. Send me an email. I or one of my team members will get back to you, and I would love to get on the call and help you with your fitness journey. But if this video helps, please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff all the YouTube say. But again, stay woke. I'm out.